Crafts Live. Hope you guys are doing well. Just wanted to show you my decaf coffee and these two little biscuits, cookies. They're not that good, but they're better than no cookies. Am I right? Hope you guys are doing well. We have Amy is here. Hello, Sandra D. Hi. Sandra D, Sandy Flores. Wait, do both Sandys live in Riverside or just Sandra D? I forget where you guys live. And then we have Alex, who is in Canada, Mrs. Stationery and Stuff, who, aka Laura. Jennifer is here. AJ's Inspired Life. Hello, awesome. Happy to have you. Maria is here. Hannah is here. Hannah, are you in the camper? I always want to know. Okay, so I'm having decaf and then these biscuits that aren't very good. But they're the only ones we had in the house. They're like chocolate crumbles. They're called chocolate crumble biscuits. They have a kind of short bready kind of taste, but I don't know if they're stale. They might be. They might be stale. They just feel really like grainy, like too grainy. Like a little too grainy, but they don't taste like rancid oil or anything, so I don't know. Anywho, it's kind of cold. And also it's super windy, and whenever there's wind, it's just drafty. Drafty as heck. And since I'm on the floor, there's a door, like our entry door is kind of close to me, and I can just feel a breeze. A nice strong breeze. And it's really cold, so I thought I would have some decaf. Something warm to warm my bones. Hope you guys are doing well. Tell me how you're doing. How's the weather? Is it raining in California? Because last time it was. I think Wednesday was raining. Sandy is in Central Cali. Oh, got it. Sandy Flores. Sandy Flores is in Central Cali, and Sandra D and Grindelia are in Riverside. Hello, Veronica. Laura says, it's so cold today here as well. You need a shawl or a blanket, hun. I had to go grab one because as soon as I sat down, I was like, no, this is not happening. I'm too cold. It's just the draft. Like, it's not that cold outside. It's just that draft that comes under the doors. Okay, so last Wednesday, I worked on this little junk journal. And I had a question from a subscriber, which I forgot to answer. But she was asking if this is considered a junk journal. And I'm going to say yes, although, like, historically, junk journals seem to be more using, like, vintage items or things that just, like, appear vintage. So, at least from the junk journals that I've seen, they're always more, like brown and beiges and, like, vintage magazines. And while I do love vintage style, I'm still laughing about this whale, Free Willy whale. Well, junk journals do kind of lean towards more vintage, using more vintage stuff. I like to use more modern things. So I don't know what what that would be called if it's still junk journaling. I mean, I guess it is. It's just not like old. It's not old, but it's not vintage looking. So yeah, that was fun, just stapling random pieces of tulle in there. Having lots of little bits. So I thought that I would do another one. So I have this one, which is the same paper as the one I did on Wednesday, because I just cut that that 12 by 12 piece of pattern paper in half, so I was able to make two journals. And this is really cool if you want to swap with someone. I've seen swaps done where people create these little, like, junky notebooks, but in TN size so that they can be swapped with people. So it'd be the same thing, but it would be in this size. And then you can kind of keep them in your traveler's notebook and kind of do a swap. So I thought that was pretty cool. Always an option. So I have some papers here ready to go. Forget who this paper resembles. I think we said it was a Kate. A Kate paper. Paper that reminded us of Kate. Reminded me of Kate. I've got some paper here. That's pretty too. I don't usually go for green, like, but that's really nice. I think it's a really pretty pattern. It's very pretty. So let's see what else we got in here. This paper pad was sent to me from Australia by Mary Chang. Super lovely. I want to say she did it a few years ago. This one reminds me of Amy too. Because it's very like colorful and beautiful. Let's see. This one feels very springtime. I should save that for like spring crafting. We've got some watermelons. That feels more like summertime. So I'm gonna skip the watermelons. Skip the melons. Let me know what you guys have been crafting. Ooh. This week. Christmas. I feel like this paper pad is for like all seasons. It's really cool. Amy says she's been making these little journals. Jennifer, aka Nerd Mom Diary, says I wish I had a better stapler so I could make that kind of junk journal. I've been working on flipbook type collage project this week. I've been working on this one for days. Nice. Hannah says we've had hail on and off all morning. Yeah, we had some hail here too. Jennifer says March weather in Vermont is nuts. Oh, it sounds so great though. Vermont. That's so, I would love to live in Vermont. It sounds so dreamy. Looks so dreamy from pictures I've seen. Hello, Lynn. Lynn says, sorry I'm late. I was upstairs putting postcards on one of my albums and didn't realize my clock is slow. Love the green pattern paper. Hannah is currently making her Mother's Day card for her mom. Yay! Oh, what a great idea. Sorry, I put it in my mouth. Ooh, that's pretty too. Sandy said that I should fussy cut these little cakes to use for my cake stand die cut that I always have. That's a brilliant idea. Thank you for that. This is just a really cool paper pad because it has every style. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. That feels very springy too. The front cover came off, so I don't even know what the name of it was. It was like Daphne's Journal, I think. Something like that. Okay, so we'll go for these two. Because kind of got some pink in here. Got a little bit of a pink kind of vibe. I like these. These look like flower petals. So I'm just going to fold those in half. And then I'm going to look in this doodah here. This is a A4 size like container, plastic storage container thing. And oh, you guys remember this? I should use that in there somewhere. Put that there. So this holds my scrappy bits of paper, some scrappy bits of paper, not all of them. Love this one. We'll use that. Oh, love this pattern. This is, I've been hoarding this one. This is from a Bright Rosa Paper Craft Society, her first one. It's so cute. Love that pattern. What do we got? This feels like a wedding paper. I think that's a little junky journal. Oh yes, graph paper. Always need that. This one is from a printable, sorry, not a printable, an old Sizzix project that I started to color. Apparently I never finished it. This is a fun little pattern paper too. I don't know where this came from. I can use that. Okay. So I can't go too bulky with this junk journal, even though I want to add more pages and add more patterns. It's just not a good idea. Like it won't staple. It won't staple all the way. Do you know what I mean? It's just not, it's too chubby. It'll be too chubby. Ugh, I love that pattern. We'll use that for something. There's lots of little treasures in here that I really like. Like, look at this one. That's nice. Okay, so there's lots of little things in here that we can add once I bind the base. So, I would like to incorporate all of these in an ideal world. However, I feel like it's going to be too bulky. So I'm going to grab my paper trimmer. I'm just going to trim these down just a hair. So when you are building your little notebooks, all you have to do is fold your papers in half and just make sure that they aren't too big. Like these are way too big. They'll be sticking out of the top. So I'm going to trim these down. Just kind of eyeballing it. This one should be fine. So it'll be just folded in half. Another one that's just going to be folded in half. And you can get really precise and fancy and use a scoreboard to make sure that you're getting, that you're scoring right down the center. But I usually just eyeball it. This one feels like it's going to be too big, so I'm going to have to trim this down. Let's see, so that's my cover. Hold it up. Oh, it's just slightly too big. So I'll just trim off a chunk. This one is okay, I think. This one should be fine. Super cute slow vellum. This is just from a stamp that I have in my stash, and then I stamped that with archival ink on vellum. It came out really nice. I really love stamping on vellum. It's always so like fancy and classy and ethereal. Is that did I say that right? Ethereal. I don't even know how to say that word. Let's see if this is too bulky. So here's the cover, and then on this section I tried to think about which page I want in what order. So I'm thinking I want this at the front, just because it's too cute, and I really love this one. So maybe something like that, and then maybe this one, and then maybe that one. Once you have your order, you want to flip through it and make sure that you're happy with it. See, like these two, I wouldn't necessarily put them together because they're the same size here, the same height. See, maybe that would work. And then we could put maybe one that is there. This is feeling really bulky. Maybe we can put this little one. Put this one here. I like to mix and match the sizes of my pages. Like, just, you can make them all the same size if you want, but I really love when you're flipping through this thing how everything's a different size for the most part. I feel like it makes it more interesting, just visually stimulating. It stimulates the retinas. I was thinking about other things that stimulate the retinas, like Tom Hardy. Oh boy. Anyway, let's see. This one I might have to trim because it's the same size as all the other, like the majority of the pages. And it's nice to just kind of trim off this excess white at the top and bottom, and then have something that's a little bit more like that. Maybe at the front. We could put that at the front. That could be the first page. This feels really, I'm being ambitious here. I'm being too ambitious, I think. I don't think it's gonna staple through all these layers. So I'm gonna have to save these two for just adding afterwards. Oh, left graph paper. Okay, so now I gotta get my cover. And I'm happy with the order as I flip through this. Flip through it one more time. Okay, not too shabby. All right, and then I open it to that center page and then put it here, line it up on the crease. In an ideal world, you want to have all sorts of binder clips holding all these edges, holding all the papers together, sorry. And then you got your long reach stapler, which do not trust the ruler thing on here because it is not accurate at all. Hello, Jacqueline Roy. Laura says, Jeanette, how do you store everything you make? So all the notebooks that I make, I have them in a basket. Or in my traveler's notebooks. A lot of the stuff I give away, like pen pal stuff, I tend to give away because there's just no room for it. Okay, so you want to staple on the outside. Oh, that's not bad. You want to aim for the crease. It doesn't always work out. And I get I'm pretty close, close enough. Okay, so now we have our 3 staples. They're not precisely on that center crease. They're off by a smidge. So the front might look a little funky, but if you just kind of go through and open up your pages and kind of smooth them out, they will get better. They'll feel more normal and not so stiff. All right. So there's lots of white, just plain spaces, which you can leave for journaling or photos, but I'm probably going to end up covering this with some more paper. Just because that's what I like to do. So let's start off with this bad boy. This is just a journaling card that I found. It's real cute, really, really cute. So I think I'm just gonna glue this in here. All right. I've got some scrappy bits, little scrappy strips. Scrappy bits, scrappy strips, which maybe I'll just glue this little strip here, because this beige pattern here, it's not bad, it's just, it's prettier. I like the roses better. I prefer the roses. And then we have this gorgeous pattern, which I wasn't able to use, but I can just glue this. So I'll put some glue here, and then some glue here. And then we'll just sandwich it. Here. So then it just looks like that. And it gives us a nice little flippy bit. See, it's poking out there. Looking all cute. Oh, Catherine is here. Hello, Catherine. Did I see somebody say hi to Shauna? Am I not seeing all the comments? Oh, there's Shauna. Hello, Shauna. Catherine said she has a combo with a caravan stamp and the die. Ooh, cute. Jacqueline said she's taken out her Easter and spring stuff, but just not sure what to make. I've mostly doing journaling lately. Amy says graph paper is the best. Sorry, drinking my coffee. It's already cold. Boo. Hello, Bridget. I was laughing because Hannah says that she's channeling Jeanette and spatula? Using the spatula with her glue. Nice. Well done, you. I need graph paper in my life. Of course, it needs to go somewhere. I still remember this is the 5-star. Is there still 5-star brand in the US? Like, they didn't go bankrupt or anything, did they? 5-star is, I think it's 5-star. Or maybe it's like a sub brand of Mead. Anyway, they have really good quality notebooks and stationery stuff, mostly notebooks for school. Like they have graph paper, grid paper, and just college ruled notebooks. or wide rule. It's weird, they have different spaces for notebooks in the US, but I don't know if they have different spacing here. Like as far as the lines on a paper. Like a school notebook. I don't know if the spacing is different here, but in the US it's like college rule, which has thinner spacings, and then wide rule. And then there's graph paper. So 5-star makes them really excellent. I'm really a fan of the 5-star graph paper. In case anyone's wondering what my favorite graph paper is, you're probably not, but it is fun to talk about graph paper. I just like using, like you see I'm doing these little strips, using up these little strips, and just kind of folding them onto themselves, and then having almost like page markers. It's just a great way to use up your scraps. Oh, I had this little thing over here, this little scrap bit of paper, which I really like the pattern. It makes me happy. So I thought I would use it somewhere and just staple it in. To-do. I'm so sniffly today. I'm really sorry. I don't know why. Sometimes I'm sniffly. Sniffly, whiffly. Sometimes I just like to take my scraps and make little, I call them paper bouquets. Paper bouquets. Paper bouquets. Bouquets. I don't know how you say it. It's just fun. I need more paper. It's not working. They're usually scrappy bits of paper. And I just like putting them together and then stapling them together and then just gluing them down. Oh, found some bits. Some little scrappy bits. One second. Bear with. Bear with. Oh. Here's a pretty little scrap. Scrappy-doo. You're like, what is she doing? I don't understand. I'm just playing with scraps, which is always super fun. Super fun. It's almost like playing cards, and you're holding your playing cards in your hand. That's what it feels like. A bit. Always throw some graph paper in there. For fun. I just love pattern mixing. Maybe just not pattern mixing, but pattern play. Pattern mixing. It's just fun. Good fun. Good, clean fun all around. Oh, found a little peach. Something peach. trim off this excess. Oops. That's super crooked. Pull this down here. I know, you think I'm crazy. It's just something that I like to do with scraps. Making paper bouquets. Put that there, trim this off the bottom, give it a haircut. And then we have just this like weird paper sculpture. Paper grouping. That really needs a sentiment. It just needs a sentiment. Oh, that one even didn't get stapled. So I'll have to glue this layer down super quick. And then we can add a little sentiment. And then we can find a home for this crazy thing. Maybe there. Looks good, sounds good. All right. Okay. And then I'm just gonna trim a little bit off the bottom. And maybe a little bit off the top. Okay. Used up a bunch of scraps on that little paper bouquet, so that has made me very, very happy. Last Wednesday I talked about these girls, where I got these girls from. So I wanted to use them in here somewhere. Maybe I'm gonna trim off the right. And it says, I love layering paper like that, Jeanette. It's so fun. Yeah, totally fun. Sandy Flores says, I think junk journals tend to call those snippets. Snippets. Catherine says, yes, mixing patterns is so handy, no stress at all. Amy says, you're fab at layers, Jennifer. She is fab at layers for sure. Lynn says, Catherine, I had a magnetic platform for a long time. I use it all the time and only change to the longer platform for longer dies. I love it. Oh, I love my magnetic platform. It's so heavy. It's so heavy. It'll probably cost a fortune to ship it. But it's great. That way your dies don't shift around when it rolls through the machine. Like you don't have to secure them really with washi tape or anything like that. Oh, I got this crooked. What are your guys' weekend plans? Things here are still kind of quiet as far as like lockdown. You can meet up with a friend. Like you can meet up with one other person outside of your household at the park before March 8th, I think. One other person. You had to social distance, but now you can meet at the park and have a coffee on a bench. Or I think you can go on a picnic with people within your household. So I'm supposed to be meeting a friend tomorrow at the park for some coffee. So that will be fun. I hope it works out. Oh, I have this little makeup tag. It's so cute. Where shall we put it? I might just glue it here. But this back side needs to be covered, I think, because it's just too plain. So I have another tag in that same size. So maybe I can pull one of these. Maybe one of these. Oh, but it covers such a big bulk of it. I might just leave it. You don't know. It's so pretty. Ugh. Can't decide. Can't decide. What do we got? What is this? Ooh, got a little doily, which I die cut from that pattern. That disappears almost completely. I'm gonna put this here. Right. We've got this random little tag from I don't know where. Maybe I want to say Target, from years and years and years ago. I've got this random little, somebody in the group gave this to me. I want to say it was maybe Catherine or Maria. Maybe Kate Fletcher. You guys are so nice. I don't even know who sent it to me because you guys are all so always sending me nice things. So thank you for that. What do we got? Bridget loves picnics. Oh, Alex is close to her delivery date. Hello, Brenda. Brenda's having a day. Oh no, Brenda, I'm sorry. She says, so much waste paper and laminating pockets. No. Veronica says she's hoping I'm hoping today is quiet so I can get some crafting done. Nice. Yeah, I hope so too. Oh, Alex is getting induced on Monday. Ooh, we're gonna be sending you good thoughts and prayers. That is exciting. All right, let's use these little scraps. This one's giving me trouble. That rose pattern. To do or not to do. Oh no. What is that? That's not the quote, is it? To be or not to be. I thought it was to do or not to do. That is a question. That should be the question. It's a good question. To do or not to do. Oh, look at this little thing that I found. It's torn at the top. Boo. Thought it'd be a nice little addition. Maybe we'll use an arrow instead. Something like that. Sorry, I'm just digging through this pocket next to me. Trying to see what else I can add to this little paper bouquet. Flowers, maybe. A little thing of flowers. Oh, a frame. I love a frame. I love a good frame. I don't know why. This makes me so happy. The reason I call it paper bouquets is because as I'm putting different layers on, it feels like I'm making a flower arrangement almost, even though I have very little experience with flower arrangements. It just kind of feels that way as you begin to slide stuff slide stuff on, like Testafal. It feels like you're putting like flowers and sprigs and different things. Ooh, I'm hungry. Those little biscuits did not help. I feel like they opened up the floodgates. The floodgates of hunger. This might do for this one. Just gonna staple it. I'm gonna definitely have to glue these things down because I don't think, yeah, the staple didn't catch this part. Oh, it caught this vellum piece, but it didn't catch this bouquet. Sorry, this little paper ephemera, flower ephemera. So I'll just do that. All right, and then we will find a place, something that's not too busy so that it really pops. Maybe there, maybe. First runner up. Maybe here. Maybe. Yeah, I'll go back to what page was it? This one? Or was it this one? I'll just put here. Just there's fine. That'll do. All right. Really wanted to use this little bit. I'm gonna glue this one a little off the page so that we can see that little star, like radiating star bit on that side. All right. I have this scrap of glittery card. I wanted to use it just on a page, like in a corner, just staple it. It's kind of like that, but not there. It is very, very sparkly. Doop, 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 doop. Maybe there. I do like pink and gold together. All right. Jennifer says, ooh, the mail just got delivered. We got a toaster, watercolored pencils, new dyes, and my Coco and Reno subscription. Fun. I love a good mail day. Happy mail day. I'm super sniffly. So sorry. All right. What else can we add to this little guy? This little bit. Let's see. Boo. I hate when the coffee goes cold. It's the worst. Let me grab a wallet of sentiments, which I think is the best next logical step. Maybe this thing. Just a random little, it's very orange though. Just feels like it doesn't belong. You don't belong here, little guy. It's too orange. That might be like a fall. Something for fall. Got that cute little sentiment there. That'll work for something. That is a stamp that I have, and I just stamped that with white ink. Stamped it with white ink on to hot pink. Here's a fun little sentiment. Little itty bitty sentiments. I craft so hard, I sweat glitter. This gold happy sentiment, take a risk. I was hoping for bigger. I really wanted bigger sentiments. Where's my bigger sentiment bag? Oh, that's cute. That little envelope I can throw in there for sure. A little coffee cup. Yes, of course. Of course. Of course there has to be a coffee cup. It's only right. Sweet friendships refresh the soul. Perfect. Digging through my journaling cards. Hello there. Okay. I think that will suffice. So let's find little spaces for that. I think this one can go here. This one. This little raccoon in a tiara or a crown is so hilarious. He's so funny. Look at him. What would you do if you saw a raccoon with a tiara, with a crown in real life? I would just be like, what? Am I seeing this? Is everyone else seeing this? That would be my reaction. Okay, so I'm just gluing that little bit there off of the page. I love gluing things off of the page. It's really, I don't know, it just seems to make things more interesting, visually stimulating, at least in my humble opinion. Coffee. Put that there. Cool, cool, cool. Usually when I staple something, you know, I staple that on the front side, I like to cover, I try to cover the back side of the staple with something, just so it's not sticking out, and also it'll protect your fingers a little bit. This little morning routine journaling card that I have. Doesn't fit, it's too big. You'll find a space. I'll just glue that one here. This little happy thing. Take the risk. Take it. Take it. So I had that sentiment and I just glued it onto this patterned paper. And then I'm going to take this whole thing and see where else I can put it. Take the risk. Take the risk. There we go. That'll just be there. I really want to make another little paper bouquet. But I need that little scrap bit. I need all those scrappy bits I was using before. Got this one, a little graph paper. Oh, this thing is getting away from me. Sorry, I'm just digging behind me. I have my thing that I showed you earlier, my little plastic container, and it's very slippy, so it just keeps getting further and further from me. This one you gave me, Catherine. I'm pretty sure you gave me this one. I'm like 99% sure you gave me this pattern paper. It's gorgeous. I love it. I just found it in my stash and it made me very happy. No! The more I reach for it, the further back it goes. It is not fun. This is really fun to do, guys, seriously. If you just grab all your little scraps and like the tiniest ones. And it's just fun to just kind of keep it in your hand. And then just arrange it every which way. And then just glue it together, staple it together. And then find a little space for it in your junk journal. I think that's one of my second favorite things to do besides crazy collaging, is making little paper bouquets like that. Just grabbing little bits of paper and playing with them. So fun. Put this little sentiment somewhere. Hope your day is real nice. We'll put it on her pretty top. And then this hello there should definitely go somewhere. I really want to use this paper because it's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Amy says her desk is chaos all the time. Kevin says busy, messy desks are my favorite. Amy says she's expecting udon noodles and CBD oil in the mail today. Nice. I do like noodles. Okay, this is going to be one of those where I just, oops. I'll just glue that. I'm really picky about butterflies. Like it's not something that I tend to gravitate towards, but this pattern just is so stunning, so stunning. All right. Got this little like a paint swatch die cut. Which I'd like to use somewhere, but I don't know. Maybe it won't go in this one. Oh, little chubby unicorn. Chubby unicorn friend. You should go somewhere. For sure. This thing's gonna drive me crazy. It's the staple barely got it, so it's very shifty. He's so cute. He's so chubby. Okay. I think that might be it. For now, I have this little page tab, which actually, I'm gonna put this one, gonna glue it. glue it shut, and then put it. So I'm trying to see, oops, trying to see what it was gonna look like from the other side. That'll do. Okay. All right. Awesome possum. So we did another little notebook, junk journal. Super easy. You can add pictures. You can add little, a little bit of journaling. You can make this for your pen pal and do a little swap. It's a great way to use up your scraps and also to use up things that are sent to you by pen pals and you're not quite sure what to do with them because you don't want to give them away because somebody sent them to you, but you don't know like what to do with them necessarily. So a junk journal is always a great alternative. Look at that crazy little paper cluster thing. So fun. So fun to do. Sweet. Thank you so much, sweet, sweet friends, for hanging out today. And I hope you have a good rest of the weekend, and beginning of next week. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. Same time, same place. Take good care, be safe, and thanks again for watching.